What up, guys? Squad Pro here to review the Redskins versus the Rams Week 2 matchup in St. Louis. And personally, this was a very difficult game to watch as a Redskins fan. Just some of the events that occurred at the end of the game and just throughout the game with officiating. It was a very hard game to watch. But let's jump right into it. On the first play from scrimmage, Sam Bradford, there was a nice little pass to Danny Amendola, and he fumbles the ball, and Josh Wilson picks up the ball. 7 points on the board right there. The Redskins are up. And we had the lead for a little bit. We were up 14-3, and we went into halftime up 21-16. And then after halftime, it pretty much fell apart. They scored immediately. Then we scored. They scored again. They got the 2-point conversion, so they were up 1, and we didn't score after that. And they ended up winning the game 31-28, and they improved themselves to 1-1, and the Redskins dropped to 1-1. Robert Griffin threw for 206 yards, a touchdown. He threw his first ever NFL interception to Cortland Finnegan. He also ran for 82 yards and had 2 rushing touchdowns. Alfred Morris had 89 yards on the ground, and Leonard Hankerson had 68 yards and a touchdown. All his 68 yards came from that one touchdown. For Sam Bradford, he threw for 310 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, so a really good day for him. And Danny Amendola had probably one of the best games he's ever going to have. He caught 15 passes for 160 yards and a touchdown. That's monster numbers from him. It was the first time he's ever gone over 100 yards in an NFL game, and he did it before halftime. He had 130 yards at halftime, so that's absolutely ridiculous. Great game for him. But down the stretch of the game, the Redskins had a chance to win it. We were driving with time ticking down in the fourth quarter, and we were at 3rd and 8 in St. Louis territory. Robert Griffin drops back, and he throws it to Josh Morgan, who catches the pass and picks up 7 yards. So it went from 3rd and 8 to 4th and 1, easily manageable. But when Josh Morgan's getting up, Cortland Finnegan, who everybody knows is the douchebag of the NFL, hits Josh Morgan's helmet, and Josh Morgan gets up and throws the football at him. Why he did that, I don't know. That's the dumbest thing you can ever do, because everybody knows the retaliation is what's seen by the refs. And let's be honest, let's think here. What's going to be seen by the refs easier? A tap on the back of the helmet, or Josh Morgan throwing the football at Cortland Finnegan? And not only did he throw it at Cortland Finnegan, he missed. He didn't even hit him. He threw it past his head, and that's 15 yards right there. That takes us from a 48-yard field goal to tie the game and force it into overtime to 63. That's the NFL record. Now, Billy Cundiff can easily make a 48-yard field goal, but 63, David Akers barely made that, and Cundiff did not make it, needless to say. He had the distance, it looked like he had the distance, but the accuracy is a little off. I mean, 63 yards, that's a long way for the ball to travel in a straight line, and that cost us the game. Josh Morgan is an idiot. There's no other way to say it. He's here for 2 years, $14 million. He gets paid $7 million a year, and the one play that Redskins fans are going to remember him for this early in his Redskins career is costing us the game against the St. Louis Rams. Now, we should have beat St. Louis. There's no way to say that any nicer. St. Louis is not a good team. Now, I mean, let me rephrase that. They're a good team. Like, everyone in the NFL is a good team, and they're a really well-coached team. But they're rebuilding. I mean, we're rebuilding as well, but we should have beat them. Our team together as a whole is just a more complete team than they have. But stupid mistakes, poor officiating, it just ruined a game. And for anyone who's going to say that the Redskins got the benefit of the refs because that Steven Jackson touchdown, shut up. You're an idiot. Because if you paid any attention at all, the ball shouldn't even been at the 1-yard line. Coach Fisher's not allowed to throw the challenge flag on a fumble. That should have been 15 yards. So shut up. That play shouldn't even count. So stop complaining that, oh, Steven Jackson scored a touchdown. It shouldn't even been there. So shut up. I don't want to hear it. But the bottom line is the Redskins couldn't get it done thanks to Josh Morgan's bonehead play. That will probably be on Come On Man on Monday Night Football. Pretty obvious one right there. And the St. Louis Rams advanced to 1-1 on the season, and the Redskins dropped to 1-1. And there's a big difference between 2-0 and 1-1. 2-0 puts us in the tie for the division lead with the Philadelphia Eagles, and now 1-1, we are in a second-place tie with Dallas and New York. It is a big difference right there. That's all I have to say. The game itself was very hard to watch, and I was ridiculously disappointed with the outcome. And Josh Morgan, Mike Shanahan, you better be making him do a hell of a lot of sprints, or he better come out and say that it was his fault like a man. Otherwise, he just looks like such a douchebag. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully next week we'll have a different result. Josh Morgan, you're an idiot.